4 tricks to prolong her orgasm. Today, I will share some useful tips with you and teach you 4 tricks to make her orgasm last longer. We all know that girls' orgasms are different from men's. They are not as direct as us. Many times, it is not the so-called short time, but that they are not in a state at all. If you want her to have a longer and deeper experience, the key is not to compete with physical strength, but to know how to mobilize her body and mind so that she can really immerse herself in it. High-quality experience depends on the dual stimulation of emotions and body. If you just mechanically move there is no way to prolong the time. Next, I will tell you about these 4 practical tricks in detail. The first trick: do enough foreplay. Don't be perfunctory. Many male compatriots are too impatient and think that they can get to the point directly after a few kisses. But brothers, you must know that girls' bodies are different from ours. They need time to warm up. Just like when you drive a car, when the car starts cold, do you have to wait for a while to let the engine warm up before it can conduct better? The same is true for girls' bodies. If she is not in the right state, no matter how hard you try later, the effect may not be good. So, how to do foreplay? The key is to mobilize her 5 senses. First of all, it is vision. Make a deep eye contact with her. The kind of eyes full of love and desire can make her heart flutter. Then, in it is hearing. Whisper in her ear and say some gentle and ambiguous words, such as, "You are so beautiful today, and I love you so much." These words can get into her ears and reach her heart. Then it is touch. Touch her gently, starting from her hair, slowly sliding across her cheeks and neck. The movement must be gentle like a breeze. Oh, and it is also useful to create a little trick of playing hard to get. Don't keep pestering her all the time. Stop for a while and let her anticipation continue to heat up. For example, when you are kissing her, suddenly move away a little, look into her eyes, and make her feel itchy so that her excitement will accumulate little by little. Don't underestimate these details. The ignition point that can really ignite her passion is often at the psychological level, not just physical contact. Many brothers do not pay attention to foreplay and think it is a waste of time. In fact, this is a big mistake. If you do enough foreplay, the experience behind will be better. The second trick: rhythm is more important than blindly doing it. Good men think that when they are intimate, the faster and more fierce they are, the more powerful they are. But in fact, girls are not as sensitive as men. A continuous and stable rhythm, combined with changes from fast to slow, is the real secret to prolonging time. You can imagine that when you are listening to music, if a song has the same rhythm from beginning to end, will you get bored quickly? But if this song has a fast-paced climax and a soothing interlude, you will listen more attentively and enjoy it more. The same is true for the intimate process. Try to control the rhythm, slow down the speed for a while, explore gently and slowly, let her fully feel every subtle movement, then deepen the intensity and speed up for a while to give her a strong stimulation. This will make her feel ups and downs rather than a single stimulation. For example, you can maintain a moderate rhythm for a while to let her adapt to the feeling and then suddenly slow down. She may become more sensitive due to this change, and her excitement will increase accordingly. Then speed up again to keep her excitement at the peak for a longer time, instead of rushing forward like many people do, rushing and ending. Mastering the sense of rhythm can make her experience richer, and the climax time will naturally become longer. The third trick: stimulate different sensitive areas at more points. Don't just focus on one place. Brothers should know that girls' sensitive points are not limited to a certain place. Many people may only know those common parts. In fact, girls' necks, behind the ears, collarbones, waist dimples, inner thighs, and even backs are all switches that are easily overlooked. The neck is a very sensitive place. A gentle kiss or a gentle stroke with a finger may make her tremble all over. The same is true behind the ears. The skin there is very thin and the nerves are more sensitive. Blowing or biting behind the ears may have unexpected effects. The clavicle has beautiful lines and is also a sensitive area. Slowly moving your lips along the clavicle can make her feel different stimulation. Many people may not have noticed the waist dimple, but gently stroking or pressing it will give her a special feeling. The inner thigh is even more sensitive. Slowly stroking from the knees upwards, gradually approaching the sensitive parts, this process can make her excitement continue to rise. There is also the back, starting from the shoulders, along the spine, slowly exploring with fingers or lips, which can also stimulate her senses. If multiple parts are mobilized at the same time, her excitement will last longer and the orgasm time will naturally be longer. The key is to let her whole body enter the state rather than being limited to mechanical stimulation in a certain place. Therefore, brothers may wish to explore her different sensitive areas more when they are intimate, giving her all-round stimulation. The fourth trick, emotional investment, is the top priority for prolonging orgasm. This is very critical, but many brothers ignore it. If a girl can be fully immersed in the situation, her orgasm experience will be stronger and longer. Here, the atmosphere, intimacy, and psychological security will all affect her feelings. Let's talk about the atmosphere first. A romantic environment can make her enter the state faster. For example, light some scented candles and place soft music to fill the room with a warm and romantic atmosphere. In such an atmosphere, she will be more likely to relax and immerse herself in intimate interactions. Intimacy is also very important. Let her feel your love and care for her. It is not just physical contact, but also emotional communication. For example, when you are intimate, look into her eyes and tell her how much you love her so that she can feel that you care about her. Psychological security is also indispensable. Make her feel safe around you and don't have to worry about anything. You can convey this sense of security through some small actions, such as hugging her gently to give her a sense of being protected. Also, when you are intimate, whisper some ambiguous words in her ear, which can increase her excitement and make her feel the intimacy between you. Or let her feel the feeling of being controlled or cared for. Different girls may like different ways. Some girls may like to be controlled by you in a slightly strong way, while some girls enjoy the feeling of being gently cared for by you. Some people even double their experience instantly because of a specific plot. For example, you can imagine a romantic scene together or role play so that her mind is full of excitement and anticipation, so that her body's reaction will naturally be stronger and the orgasm will last longer. Brothers, you must remember these four tricks and apply them in practice. If you want her to have a better experience, you have to spend more time to pay attention to her and take care of her from the physical to the psychological. I believe that as long as you master these skills, your intimate experience with her will definitely be qualitatively improved. Well, today's sharing ends here. I hope it will be helpful to everyone. The next issue will be more exciting.